Hi everybody, how are you? In this video I'm gonna explain another service in Microsoft Office 365. It is form. So why we're using the form? We're using the Word to write a document, to write a research or books or so on, using Excel to insert data and analyze this data. Also using the OneDrive, for example, to store the files and folder in the cloud. Now, why we're using the form? Simply just to make a questions and collect the answer for this question, or just make a questions and receive the answer for this question. So it is normally using for make a survey. If you want to add a survey, so for some people you want to ask a question, for some people, for sample of people or community. Also, if you want to make a quiz, you need to ask a question and receive the answers and collect the answers. So the form here, it is on the cloud in the Office 365. We have a lot of programs or a lot of services, cloud services. Beside those services, we have also forms. So now the forms, if you want to ask a questions and receive or collect the answers. So now here, a new form you can see my form shared with me. If I share the form with someone, or someone share the form with me, here you can see a new form. If you want to add a questions for survey, for questionnaire or something like this, or you can make a quiz, same thing, just a very simple different. Now here, go to the new form. You can just add the form name, for example form 1, just for example. And now here you can add a question. And we have a lot of types of questions, like choice. If you have multiple choice for questions, like a radio button or checkbox. I mean by choice, that mean we have questions and the user or the student or anyone can just answer or choose one option or multiple options to answer this question. Also text, that means the user should write something, should write a text as an answer. Also rating, if you want to rate something from 1 to 0 or 5 stars or 4 stars and something like this. Also date, to write the date. Now here we're using the choice, and here you add the question. For example, you can add the option, for example A, B, C, just an option, and click anywhere. Now I have this question and the user can just answer from this question. Add a new here. For example, I want to add a choice. Also I want to add question 2, for example, just the question 2. Now you can add any question you want here. And also here I can add multiple answer. I mean, here we have an radio button. You can just choose one option. If you want to make it like a checkbox, or the user can answer a lot of or multiple answers, multiple options, just click here. Now you can see it is like a checkbox now. Also you can add option 1, option 2, add another option, and just click here. You can see now the user can answer a lot of a question, multiple choice or multiple option. Add a new here, for example text, also question 3, for example, and here the user can just add the text without any options, just the text, add any answer. Also here you can make it long answer. You can see the user can add a lot of lines of answer of text, not just 1 or 2 or 3, like a short text. Here you can make it long text or long answer. Also you can make it required, that means the user or the student should answer this question, cannot let this question empty. The user should answer this question, required. Just click here, and now you can see here like a star, that means this question the user should answer it. The user cannot let this question or ignore this question. Also add a new here, for example rating. Also I can add a question, for example about this about this content, just the opinion or just rating something. And you can see here star 5, you can make it a 5-star or 6-star, for example, anything you want. And the sample here you can make a star or number like this, or star for rating, for normal rating. And you can see you can make it require or not require, and click anywhere. Now you can see this question. The user can answer like this, just rating. Also add a new here. For example, date. Here the user can just using the date. This question, just click from here and using the date. Click here for question 5. Add a new question, for example. From here you can make linker. Here you can add options here. For example, equal in Excel equal C1 cell plus C2. And here I can add a lot of options like it is formula or function, or for example add anything like this, and user can answer. Here I can add another thing, for example another statement, for example equal sum C1 plus C2. Also here the user can choose this formula or function or sum or what. Also here you can add a file upload. If your question required from the user to add a file, to upload the file, create a file in Excel for example, or in PowerPoint or on Word, and just upload that. So okay, and add a question here. For example, upload the PowerPoint file like this, and click here. Also in the question you can add an image. Just click here in the question, any type, you can make a choice or text or anything. For example, choice. And here you can see you can add a question or add an image. Just click here. You can add image from the internet or image or video. The image from internet, for example, or from OneDrive. If you have an image in the OneDrive, in your OneDrive, and you can upload it from your computer. Upload, and I can upload this image, for example. Now you can add a question and option, anything, and click here. Now you can see we have image. Also you can work with the question. How, for example, I have this question. If I want to see my question, just go to the preview. That means how the user can see my question or my questionnaire or my form. Just from here you can go back. Now the user can see it like this. See this require and the question 1. For option, user can choose this option, for example. For question 2, we have multiple option. Click both, for example 2. For this here, this question can answer, just answer the question here. Here for text, for rating also can rate, for example, what of your opinion about the content. For example, just like this. I can just rating. Also here I have a question. I can add just a date because I choose the type a date. Click here and can choose the date, for example this date. Here also like this, for example the first one formula, the second one function, you can see like this. Also here I can add the image, upload or upload something, the answer of the question, upload PowerPoint. Just click here, upload. I can just click or choose any file from my computer. Here also I have image and I can answer. For example, the image contain the image for something. I want to describe something or see something in the image, just a question, anything. Also you can choose it in the mobile. After we complete, answer a question, all questions, and answer the question. See, you can see here it is required, and I will submit. Also here you can see we have something for question. I can just, if you cannot read, just click here. 9 question answers. Question. See, the word or the form can read for you. If you cannot read the question for any problem, you have any problem, so just click here and the form or the Microsoft Office will read for you. Also after complete, here also you can make it in the computer like this or in the mobile. In the mobile, the user can see your form like this form, or in the computer. After user just complete, answer all questions, just click submit. Thanks. That for user. But now the user answered the question. We have hundreds of users answer your question in the questionnaire. Now I just want to go as an admin who grade this question. I can go to the response here, question, and here response. But when the users answer your questions, you can see the response. how many users answer the question and what their answer and so on. Also, you can share this question. You want to share it with hundreds of people, like a link, or you can add it in the link or send it to the email for someone who want to answer your question. Also, you can change the theme. Here now a question, and they can change the theme. For example, I make it like this. You can see the theme is changing. You can make it like this and so on. Now preview. You can see the user will see it like this. Now for quiz, now I add the new quiz here, and I can add the name of the quiz, for example, quiz 3-2, and here I want to add a question. The first one, multiple choice, for example, and just like this, and the second one, for example, add also multiple choice, but here multiple answer, like instead of radio buttons, I have here checkbox. Also add another one, text, like this. Now here was the difference, the same thing. Now for example, for this first one, you can see I can choose the correct answer because the user, I know I add the questions and I add the correct answer. For example, this correct answer. And this question, I can add a point or a grade for all questions, every question. Now for example, this the first one, and here I can add 1 point or 1 grade or 1 score for this question. And for example, add a new or just go to another question. The second question, for example, we have multiple choice. I can add another option here, and I can say because multiple choice, so for example, this right answer and this right answer also. Also, I can add the point, for example, also 1. And then go to the last question, same thing. But here for text, I cannot add the right answer. So I just can, because they use the admin or the teacher or a lecturer should correct this question. So here I can just add the point or the score, for example 2, and like this. So now I add the correct answer and add the point. So go in the preview, for example. So the user cannot see, but can just know we have 1 point here, 1 point here, and 2 points for the third questions. But I don't know the answer, the right answer. For example, here I choose this as a user. Here I choose this and this. And here I want to write something and submit. After submit, view the result. I can see the result, my point. So view result here. So ask me, this is not right because I say the correct one, this. Here, for example, the correct one, this, and my answer is not correct. And here, 0 because the lecturer or the teacher should correct this answer because cannot add a correct answer because it's just a text. Just this difference between the quiz and the form, and everything is same except the grade. After complete, you can just share your quiz here by using, for example, this copy or by email, and just go here, for example, and user can see this. Same thing also for form. For example, form 1, I can go to the share and copy and paste it here. Now you can see the user can see your form like this here, and now I can answer just a form answer for this here. For example, like here I can add the date. Here also I want to answer this and this. Add the file, anything. I want to add the option 2, and here I want to add anything, and then just send. Here I'm missing some question, some answer here for this. Sorry, here I should answer something. Yes, I complete. Now again send. Now thank you or shukran to our server. So here go. Now as I admin, now here user, a normal user, any user can access or answer this question. Now here as an admin or who grade this questionnaire or survey, just go to the response here and just refresh because there's someone answer. So here you have 2 response. I answer my question here, and you can see as an admin, you can see the response for question 1, this answer and this grade or something like this, and also analyzes your answer just here, the answer like this, and you can see the answer here. for every student or everyone, and some analysis for this answer. Also, you can open it in the Excel. Now here you can see download the Excel file about the response for this question. Now you can see the ID of the user 1 and 2. We have two users answer, the email of the user, the name of the user, and then the question. For question 1 and answer the B, I choose the B. For question 2, this my answer 3, and so on. Also here you can see view results, and you can see also for the first user this answer, and the second user here, click here, the second user also same user because also just me, and also this answer for the second user. If you have hundreds of users, you can see those answers. Also we have in the Google, we have another service for Microsoft Office 365. Also in the Google, if you go to the Google, see here this, or you can just here write Google form, just add Google form, just click on it, Google form, and same thing here, you can add the forms, you can add make a quiz and something like this. This is very similar to the Microsoft Office form. So here you can see, go to the form, Google for form. On my computer now in Arabic, it's naked to English, no problem. And also I can add a form from here. Now also you can add a form and add a question and choose the type of the questions of the answer like this here, text or option or image or so on. So you can using the form. This is very important, for example, in your research, or if you want to add a questionnaire or make a questionnaire or survey, or make a quiz to a student, or for the research you make analysis to the data, you want to collect the data from the sample of people or sample of community, and you want to analyze this data. So instead of using the paper questionnaire, you can just make it electronic questionnaire or cloud questionnaire using the form, Google form or Microsoft Office 365 form, and you can make a questionnaire or anything like this, and you can share your questionnaire or send your questionnaire to hundreds of people around the world, not just like paper. You have internet and you can send it to the internet using the internet, through the internet, for anyone around the world. I hope this is useful now. Thank you very much.